good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm Elena Jones and I bring you from Mia Cucina, my kitchen, to your cucina, healthy, delicious eating. And today we are listening to some beautiful Indian music, and we are going to be making, I'm going to be showing you how to make this incredible dish that it's eaten for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It is an Indian dish, and depending in what part of India you are, they make them all different. So here's an Italian making Indian food, and I hope that all of my friends that are from India, that I am paying homage and respect to your beautiful food. So there's a lot going on. So pretty much this is a vegetarian dish that has this wonderful things called yellow moong dal. Yellow moong dal. You see that yellow moong dal? And is usually served with white rice. I am going to be making it with long grain rice. Things are opening up, bikini time is there, and it's good to give our body a chance to really decompress from all the things that we've been eating. And this dish will last you probably for 3 or 4 days, because you can add it with different things that you're making, whatever. Even though this is a vegetarian dish, you can add different things, to it. I'm going to serve this with fish tonight for dinner, but I want to make it now. So what I am doing for just my husband and I am doing a half a cup of the yellow moong dal and a half a cup of the long brown rice. Okay, you're there with me so far? And then you want to rinse it. You want to rinse it and you want to drain it, okay? And then we're just going to put this up to the side, and I'll bring you over here. I know it's early, but I got up this morning and it's like, okay, we really need to get back to eating healthier. Well, we've been eating healthy, but you know what I mean. Okay, so I am going to be using 1 zucchini, 1 carrot, a little bit, excuse me, a little bit of cilantro, like just a little bunch of cilantro, a little 3 bay leaves, 2 cloves of garlic, okay. And then what I have here is a little palm fronds that I call, from when you have your vegetable and you don't want to throw it away. So what I want to do is I'm going to move these guys out of the way. All right, so then what I have here is I still have some tomato left, and tomato dust goes into this dish, which is called Kitchari. Kitchari. I hope I'm saying it correctly. Kitchari, guys. Okay, so what I have here is I have finished dicing some of my tiny little tomatoes, and I have about a cup of little tomatoes. So let me move this out of the way, because we don't need that now that I showed you that. So remember, half a cup of the yellow moong dal, a half a cup of the brown rice. So far so good, right guys? And then I'm going to be adding kale, and this is the kale that when I get my kale, I cut it all up and I put it in my freezer, and I am going to be using kale. If you don't like kale, spinach works really good too, okay guys? All right, so what I want to do is I just want to chop, nothing, it doesn't have to be super fine or anything like that. And I want to chop my wonderful cilantro. And the thing is when you serve this, you can add some cilantro on top. That is more delicious. If you don't like cilantro, please use some parsley. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to put my cilantro that I just chopped in here with my little palm fronds. I call them palm fronds. Okay, so now we got the cilantro with the little palm fronds. We have remember the 1 cup of sliced tomatoes. You can put that to the side. And we do have the 3 bay leaves. And what I'm going to do is I am going to take my bay leaves and I'm just going to put it inside of my cilantro over here, because this will go later, okay? So now let me get myself another knife, because today is all about healthy eating. All right, so now I have 2 beautiful cloves of garlic. And like I said, depending on what part of India you go, every household is different. They make this very differently. And I wanted to bring you something different, Kitchari. And I will type it the right way when I post it on Facebook. All right, so I have my little bowl over here, and what I want to do is I want to chop my garlic. Okay, just chop my garlic. There's a little piece that I don't like in there, because this is a working kitchen and we're listening to wonderful music, Indian music. I hope that my Indian friends are watching, and I pray homage to all of you. Okay, so now I got my little garlic in this little bowl right over here. Okay, so far, okay, 1 cup of sliced tiny tomatoes, okay? Even if you have 1 tomato, that'll be perfect. Some cilantro, 3 bay leaves, okay? We have two garlic chopped, alrighty? So far, so good. You with me so far? I don't want to lose anybody. We're still on the vegetables, because in that way I will move you to the spices, because there's a few spices. And let me tell you, this dish is not only going to, it's wonderful. It's not designed to lose weight, but you know, it's anti-inflammatory, and it will deflate you. That's the best way that I can say it. Yep, it's deflating you like a balloon. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to cut, I cut my zucchini in half, and after my half, I am cutting them in 3s. Okay, you follow me so far? All right, good, 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 because I want you guys to learn this, because if you're feeling bloated and, you know, and you don't feel very good with your body of all the stuff that you've been eating, this is really, this is like a cleanser. It doesn't give you diet, okay, we won't talk about that stuff. It doesn't work like that, okay? Let me just repeat that. So, let me just grab a bowl to put this in. You know, I use a lot of bowls. That's why I'm always running out of bowls. I hope that everybody had a wonderful weekend. I got, you know, after 2 months being, you know, cooped up in this house and not going anywhere, I finally did. I had to. If not, I was gonna go crazy. And we did go to the beach. And at the beach, my daughter and her husband and my grandson joined us. And it was so good to see them, you know, for a mother. And there's a lot of mothers out there, and there's fathers out there. You know, there's nothing healthier and better than to see your kids. And we were all outside, you know, we kept our social distance, and we got to swim together in the ocean. It was cold, but it was wonderful. And that was Saturday, so I really had a wonderful Saturday. And yesterday I pretty much chillaxed. Okay, so now I'm cutting my carrots. And the thing is with the carrots, guys, all right, they can just be small, they can be big. However, you know, this is not a soup. It's a very healthy way of eating. And I'm just going to add my carrots right to my zucchinis. So, you know, I don't know where this dish started, and maybe I should have done more homework, but I didn't. I'll let you guys do all the homework. Okay, so now we got 1 beautiful big zucchini, 1 beautiful big large carrot, okay, 1 cup of tomatoes, 2 chopped garlic, cilantro, 3 bay leaves, and a bunch of what I have here is a bunch of kale. I know, people love kale. They don't. All right, so now let me bring you to, oh, you know what I forgot? Because what I do to this is I do add the turmeric, because it's anti-inflammatory. Turmeric is anti-inflammatory. Remember, they're married to the black pepper or the wonderful white pepper. So let me get me a tiny little bowl, another bowl. I know, guys, I know. All right, so what I want to do is I'm going to show you the spices that we are going to be using, okay? So I'm going to make it super simple, super easy, so then that way you don't have to worry about, oh, was it 2 tablespoons or 1 tablespoon? So we got the vegetables all on one side, okay? Now it's all about the wonderful spices. All right, let me get my glasses here. So what we have is we have beautiful ground cumin. We have beautiful cardamom. Yes, cardamom, things that sometimes we don't know how to use. We have coriander. These are both ground, okay? We have turmeric. We have white ground white pepper, okay? And then for seeds, okay? Seeds separate than this, I have fennel and cumin seed. I'm going to be using a teaspoon of this and a teaspoon of this. Teaspoon, teaspoon. You got that? I'm going to show you how to do this step by step so your kitchari will come out beautiful and delicious. Okay, so now let me do this. Let me make it very simple. I got my spoons all over here ready to go. I am going to use a very nice heaping teaspoon of turmeric. Because turmeric is very good for me, it's anti-inflammatory, and the same amount of turmeric is going to be the wonderful ground white pepper for this particular dish. Okay, so then I love, oh my God, I love coriander, so I'm also going to use a nice heaping spoon of that. I am going to do the same thing with my, so I got a heaping teaspoon of cardamom, a heaping teaspoon of coriander, white pepper, turmeric so far, and then of course the wonderful smoky cumin. Oh my God, I love smoky cumin. I know it seems to be a lot, okay? But we may use all of it, we may not use all of it. Because guess what? This same seasoning, I will rub it on my fish, because in that way it's all gonna cohesive with each other. I have not used any salt yet. Okay, so now I got my wonderful spices ready to rock and roll. Okay, so that's that. Okay, now I'm gonna bring you to some ginger. Okay, now I gotta get another bowl. Oh, I gotta get another bowl over here. Okay, ground ginger. So what I do is I take one of these guys over here, a nice beautiful ginger, and I am just going to, and this is like I have a large grater, not a small grater. And I love ginger, and ginger is very good for you. It's very good for digestion. Okay, so if I were to measure, guys, it would be a very nice heaping teaspoon. You see that? Okay, so that goes in here. Okay, that takes care of that. Let me remove this out of the way. All right, so now we got that going. Let me get, here we go. Because they got washed. All right, let me clean the decks. All right, so now the decks have been cleared. So now, let me bring you now to the fennel seed and the cumin seed. We're gonna be using a teaspoon of each one of these. So I'm gonna put this on my board. I'm gonna bring my powders, my bay leaves with my cilantro, my garlic. I'm gonna bring everything like so. And I am going to bring them on this side. And then I'm going to bring you on this side as well so I can show you what I'm going to be doing. And also, guys, I'm going to be using some beef stock. I already have the beef stock from the other day, so I'm going to use it. And so I'm going to use that too. Because it has to have liquids for, for the rice and for the mundang. Okay. And I'm having my wonderful smoothie. And my smoothie today is a banana. It's got an apple, it's got a lot of kale in it. And it's delicious. All right, I'm gonna move you to this side, okay? Just 1 minute, let me get you guys. Wonderful sinuses here. All right. Let me see if you guys can see. Turn the light on over here. Because I really want you guys to really pay attention or to see this because it's very important. All right, can you see that? I think you guys can. All right. So the first thing that I want to do is we're going to be using some ghee. Hold on a minute. Let me just go rinse my hands real quick. Because I touched everything. All right, so what I want to do is I want to get, a pan like so, nice deep pan, okay? And I'm just going to get my ghee. And ghee is what is used with this dish. Alrighty. So what I want to do is I want to take, let me turn this to medium. And I'm probably going to use 2 teaspoons of ghee. You know, ghee is like a butter, guys, and it's amazing. But it's also very, very good for you. I have my sale on the side. I have not salted anything. You know me and salt. It seems like there's a lot of ghee in here, guys. If you don't like it this much, okay, you can always remove it. All right, you can always remove it, and you can put it right back in there. A lot of these need to be refrigerated. This particular one that I use does not need to be refrigerated. All right, so I'm going to move this spoon out of the way. I like to kind of use everything. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to make sure that my oil is ready. I'm going to get now my cumin and my fennel ready. All right, so make sure you get that ready. Get it open up here. You guys are following me so far? I haven't lost anybody yet? Okay, what I want to do is I want to make sure that this is hot. Remember what I told you? And it's not hot enough because I do want this to, you know, to start getting a little hot. Okay, so now I am going to use a teaspoon of fennel seeds. And you know, and the little pound front that I call them, that is fennel. Those are fennel little wispies that I use. So now what I'm doing here is I am using a teaspoon of each. If you don't like a lot of fennel, or if you don't like a lot of cumin, by all means, please don't add so much. All right, so we have a little something over here, no problem. There we go. All right. So now what I want to do is, let me grab a wooden spoon and see what's happening. There's some action going on here. There's some action going on because what I want to do is I want these to, what is called blooming. I think that's the correct word, you know, and we don't want it to burn, but we want it to do is we want it to open up, Now, now that I have that wonderful mixture like I have in here, I am going to use a like a very heaping, you see that heaping, and I'm going to add it in there as well. Okay, and I'm just going to mix it like so. You see that? Oh, it's already smelling wonderful. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to add my garlic. Okay, and you know, and not everybody does it this way, and you know, and I've never been to India, but I stayed at a location for over 2 weeks where I had, and this is an Ayurvedic dish, where Ayurvedic, okay, so now I'm going to add the rice. You got that? The rice with the munda. Anyways, in this place that I went to, everything was all designed for health. And I didn't go there to lose weight, but I did lose weight. I lost a lot of weight, and with all being cooked up in the house and everything, and when I got on the scale lied to me. It said that I did not gain any weight. Maybe there's a conspiracy between that. Okay, the thing is you know, you might have to get in here, don't burn your hands, because when you rinse it, and I don't want you to rinse the mundal, I just want the white, you know, the white to just be washed, okay? Just the white to be washed. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that right there. And what I want to do is I just want to kind of saute this a little bit, and it's pretty much took all, you see what it did? It took everything, you know, so now that what we used, the ghee that we used, it seemed like there was a lot. Okay, so now I'm going to add the tomatoes. And now I'm going to add all my, and you're wondering, how is this going to happen, Elena? You got way too much. And I'm gonna add my cilantro, my bay leaves. It all goes in here, guys. It all goes in here. All right. I am going to add my ginger. See what I'm doing? Everybody goes into the pot. Everybody. Nobody gets out of the pot. Okay, so now, hold on a minute, guys. All right, you guys are, do you follow me so far? Okay. Look at that. Look how beautiful that looks. All right, so now I'm going to add the beef stock. Oh, yeah, baby. How much beef stock? It depends, you know. It depends on how much rice that you're using. So what I want is I want these guys to just be very happy together, which they all are. They all get along very well. All right, you see how wonderful that looks? Look at that. And what you're going to do is you're going to cook this, okay? And I have not done the wonderful, can't forget about the kale. I use a lot of kale. All right. This is from the freezer. Just gonna put it like so, like top. Can you guys see that? Okay, you guys can mix it if you want to. It's rocking and rolling, just exactly what I want. That's why you need a deep pan. I don't want to have to use more than I have to as far as pans are concerned. All right, so now I am going to add the sale. Okay, you see that? And now sale, you guys can add the salt, you know, as you want it. What I am using here is I am using organic beef stock, and I think it does have salt, so I just added a little bit of salt. So what I want to do with this, and let me wipe it, because you know me, I have to keep everything so clean. And besides, you know, it's good filming. All right, so now, and what I would do is I would pay attention to this. If you are worried about this being small, you know, the container, you know, it's a pretty thick one. I would just, you know, move it to another one, but I'm not. I feel very confident. So, but what I want to do is, I know you guys never had this, but I'm going to taste it. Oh my God, it's delicious. But I like a lot of seasoning, so I'm just going to add another one. And then I can save this seasoning, okay guys, and put it in a jar and put a name on it, you know, like Kitchari seasoning, and then I have my Kitchari seasoning for later. So again, you know, people would have this for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's served in every single dish. The Kitchari, if you have a friend that is Indian, talk to them about this. What you want to do, that once this is all over, make sure you fish out the bay leaves. And this is how it's going to be for me today. Look at that. It's all wonderful vegetarian Kitchari. You see that? Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this segment with me. Hello everybody. It's so wonderful to see you guys again. Here, let me bring myself up here so I can see you. All right, wait a minute. You know, this is a working thing. Well, I'm Elena Jones, and I want to thank you so much for joining me today in this wonderful Kitchari. I don't know if you can see it. It's cooking, it's boiling, it's wonderful, and it's amazing. And look at this. Look how wonderful it is. Stay safe here, guys. Stay safe. For me to see my daughter Saturday was everything. And I did not feel threatened, but I did take precautions. So everybody be safe, wear your mask, your gloves, take care of you. And thank you so much for joining me on my beautiful cucina. I love you. I love you. I bring you healthy eating. And this dish It's amazing. It is cleansing. It is good. It's anti-inflammatory, full of flavor, full of wonderful things. From my cucina to your cucina. Mwah, mwah. I love you, bellies. I love you. I love you. Have a blessed, blessed day. Ciao, ciao, belly. Ciao, ciao.